time for the bell. How many options will you sell? Fire up your platform, get ready to enter. But first, let's get the mindset centered. Hey, hey, let's go. We're not here to gamble, we're here to trade. We follow the plan, that's how we get paid. Testing, trading, have success. Find what works for you and forget the rest. Stats and probabilities is what we're about. Time to dismiss greed and doubt. Focus on the process, not the money. And the profits will flow like honey. Power Hour Live, let's start the show. Come on, trade hackers, get ready to go. 0-day options, time to make bank. Get locked and loaded, then be ready to blank. Hey!
Hey everyone, welcome to Power Hour Live. Today is Thursday, October 9th. S&P is currently down 31, NASDAQ down 85, Russell down 21, Dow is down to 332. Russell the weakest, down a little less than 1%. Gold is down 2%, silver's down 3%. Rare sell-off in the metals as of late. Notes and bonds a little bit red, 10-year yield up almost 0.5%. Oil down 2%, natural gas down 2.5%. Grains finished mixed. Euro and the pound are both down about 0.75%, and Bitcoin's down 2%, back around 121,000. VIX up about 1.5%, 16.56. You guys hear me okay? All good? Okay. Let's see. All right, so for me today... Oh, my bad. How about now? My mic was muted. I'm not sure how I did that. You guys hear me okay now? Articulate hears me. Lando, you hear me? Good, good? Okay. All right, so you guys didn't hear anything. All right, I just gave a rundown of the markets, and then... yeah, a little sell-off in gold and silver for the first time in a while. Couple percent. New all-time high in the markets before selling off. As far as my trades go today, BIX did 11 tranches. I did have one double stop, but I've got 3 open tranches that still have a chance to pin if we stay between say 10 and 30. We're right at 27 now on this little bounce, so we'll see what happens there. Currently up about 1,500, actually closer to 2,000 after selling some longs. So BIX are doing okay as of now. Posted by day trades, about 1,400. For some reason, my sync to TradeZilla is not capturing my last meta sale, so that was a little bit more profit. So, but good day. Really the biggest thing for me today is I didn't have any mistakes. I really executed exactly the way that I wanted to according to my plan. So that is always a good thing. That's kind of my focus. Just flawless execution. Let the profits come as they will. So that's my day trades. So green on the BIX, green on the day trades. I did do one Elmo that got stopped. And then I did a couple little vertical spreads when price was falling. One I got in right when we got down to the expected move, ended up cutting that for a loss, and then got into another one and booked a winner. So net up a few hundred on those. Other than that, that is it for me. Chad, how's your day? Let's see, Chad, are you on here?
Hello.
Oh, there we go. Sorry, that was on my end. I got my audio all messed up. All right, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, break even this morning on day trades. I was really disappointed in Meta. It ended up being, should have been a big winner, but was not. Had a TLC trade that hit 20% and then ended up getting stopped out on the down move. So it was about a break even as $75 winner. I put on a short put vertical when price got down to yesterday's open this morning and caught that bounce up, closed it at 50%. Then I also put another one on when price got down to yesterday's low and caught that bounce up, closed it at 50%. And then I closed. Another reason I closed it is so I could put on little multi-iron condors that I trade. And in one account, I've closed one out at 60% and the other at 50%. In my other account, I currently have both on. One is at 36 and one is at 55%. So for the day, let's see here, up about about $5,600. Beautiful day.
One thing I forgot to mention, I have to come clean. I want to apologize to Krish for not taking his advice on NVIDIA. My inverse Krish trade is deep in the red and is most likely going to be a full loss. So Krish, just publicly, I want to acknowledge I should have listened to you. How much time's left? I should follow your predictions from now on.
How much time's left?
Expires tomorrow. So if NVIDIA crashes tomorrow, I take it all back.
There you go.
Wouldn't that be something if it crashed tomorrow and the inverse Krish worked out? I mean, market's down big and NVIDIA's up 2%. That's not a good sign, although there's been multiple days where the market was up and NVIDIA was kind of flat to down. So you never know. Really, I should have taken it off here when we pulled back to these previous highs and held. I mean, that's kind of a classic take action to the long side for me. And I didn't do anything. I just held my short. It's going to be about a $2,000 loser. My last inverse Krish booked me over $3,500 though, so I'm still playing with Krish's money.
PLTR is on a run right now.
Yeah, I saw that.
So is Amazon.
I was scoping
both helping out my
PLTR just before we jumped on here.
Yeah, both helping out my long calls today. My long calls are down about 2,400. But PLTR and Amazon have helped out a lot. They were down more than that earlier.
Yeah, I caught a little piece of PLTR earlier, but then I had to cut the rest, so I didn't get this move. As far as economic news today, there was some, Powell spoke pre-market. A couple Fed speakers today, 30-year bond auction. That's about it. Looks like something came out on Microsoft here a little bit ago. Microsoft's data center crunch will continue for longer than the company has previously outlined. Many of Microsoft's U.S. data center regions are encountering shortages of physical space or servers. Couple Trump quotes around the China trade deal. That's about it. Pretty quiet as far as news goes, but a little weak in the markets. Biggest movers for individual stocks. Got some quantum names up. Reddit is up 4%. Oracle up 4%. Delta Airlines had earnings. It was up quite a bit more. But yeah, it's sold off pretty big gap up, but decent sell-off. On the red side, Fig, Baidu, Baba, Chinese names are down. MSTR, crypto names are down. Apple's been pretty weak all day. As far as my day trades go, I took puts in Hood under pre-market lows right here. Booked a little bit of profit, and then it bounced up quickly, so I cut it. So that was basically a scratch. NVIDIA. NVIDIA had that big push up above pre-market high. When it came back and kind of consolidated and started wicking here, I got long. And my line in the sand was just under that consolidation. It broke down, so I cut out of that one. Actually booked a little bit of profit on that first bounce. So little scratch winner on that one. Coinbase was a loser. Tried to get long above previous day high. And that fell apart when the market started turning and Bitcoin started turning. Tesla was a winner. It was a mighty 90 long. Got long pretty close to the bottom here. Got a couple bar bounce. Meta was my biggest winner. Got long when we crept back above previous day high. Got long right here and rode this thing all the way up. Got out of my last one right about here before that pullback. So I didn't catch the second leg, but got out pretty close to the top of that first run. That was my biggest winner. And then PLTR. When we had this big push back above yesterday's low and then pulled back, I got long right here and caught this little move. I was hoping for something like this, but missed that one. Missed that leg. Yeah, in the day trading chat, like I posted Meta today. With screenshots and all. Oh, I forgot. I did do some, I posted in the multi-tranche channel. I did 5 multi-tranche iron condors. One was in the morning, so that one's a little red. The other 4 are green. So it looks like I'm slightly green overall on those. And then I do have a 1 DTE that surprisingly is green. Barely. It's up 3% on this bounce. Close that by the end of the day and then let the multi-tranches expire. If we can just chop right here, stay below 30. I like how SPX is kind of trying to roll over here. Right around.
Yeah, my
20.
pin for my remaining multi tranches between 25 and 30.
Yeah, that would be ideal for my BICs. I'd get 3 BIC pins if we can do that. Had a nice day BICing yesterday. Booked over 5K. 8 tranches, 4 of which were pins. I didn't see anybody else post any BIC results yesterday, but any good BICing from you all yesterday?
I got filled on Mahomes at 232 at this time yesterday.
232?
Yep.
That's a record. I've never gotten filled that early. 21 minutes before the bell has been my record.
Yep, and it was a pin loss.
that happened to me on my earliest fill.
Yeah, I was kind of talking about that yesterday during Power. I was kind of talking about it. It seems like when I've had these early fills, and it came down to almost locking to the downside. It missed it by about, I think I saw it trade at like $1.50. But yeah, it just never left that little area.
Yeah, I'd much rather get filled later when there's price moving than get filled early because price is so static.
Yeah.
Yeah, discount. I actually caught the morning that they presented that. I caught about the first, 40 minutes or so. Looked interesting. I haven't jumped into it, but have you been doing anything with it? Articulate, a pin just means that price pins in between your short strikes. So, for example, if you sell an iron condor, let me just bring one up here just to give you a real live example. Give me a second. So, for example, here's one of my no-stop iron condors that I have on. So the short strikes are 20 and 25. So if price were to expire, if price were to pin for max profit, that's what we're referring to. On Mahomes, it's kind of the opposite. You don't want it to pin in the peak. You want it to move outside of that peak. But for selling an iron condor, that's what we're referring to. Tesla pushed back up above highs of day. It's just kind of consolidating there. Amazon consolidating at yesterday's high. Meta still grinding higher. Hood making new highs on the day. Where is old Hood on its all-time high bonanza? Let's see. So Friday was the last all-time high. No. Monday. Monday it ticked all-time highs before the sell-off, and now it's pushing its way back up. Currently at 152. All-time high is 153 and change. Elliot, did you do any day trades today? By the way, I was thinking about you yesterday with that APP trade. That was just completely horribly managed. So I apologize to you and any other person trying to learn how to day trade. That was a terrible example. That is not how you do it. I mean, I got in with half position size, so instead of taking profits along the way, I let it go and didn't take any. I think it was up 40+% at one point. And then came all the way back to break even, and I added, and then I cut it. That's just, and held it all day. I mean, that's not what I'm trying to do.
Hey, some people can learn from doing the wrong thing.
Learn from my mistakes. But my point is, I should be a better example than that. That's not what I'm trying to do with my day trading. That'll never scale. In other words, I want to get to a point where I'm every single trade, like right now, if let's say I'm having a max risk for a day trade of $1,000, which might correlate into, like on a 1 DTE option, like I was trading today, that would translate into $2,000 or $3,000 of buying power is what I would use today if I wanted my max loss to be 1,000. Well, if I want to scale that so that I'm eventually taking 20, 30, 50, $100,000 positions, like that trade I did yesterday, that would never scale. So my whole goal is to just do trades that I can, really
autofilled,
do it the way I'm supposed to and scale. So anyway. Yeah, I was looking at APP right at the open too, and it was holding under yesterday's low, and I considered getting short, and sure enough, it sure gave it up today. Navigation trading. They're relentless. The scammers are relentless. SPX still bouncing up to 32. I need a little more downside. Oh, it looks like I got hit on one of my call sides. Still have 2 tranches that could pin on my BIX, but can't go any higher here. I just want to be friends with everybody multiple times. By the way, if you're new and not catching the sarcasm, if you get a friend request from Navigation Trading, please report and block. That is not me. That is someone trying to imitate me and try to convince you to put your money in their special broker to copy trade. It's a scam. My 1 DTE is now up 12% on this bounce. NASDAQ had a pretty big bounce off the bottom. Yeah, even when SPX was below the expected move area, my 1 DTE was still holding on to a little bit profitable, and then on that bounce it got green, then got red. It's just been kind of going back and forth on the around the break even as it chops between the expected move and yesterday's low. Here is my 1 DTE. So anything above, call it 26, 67.26 in SPX would be green for the 1 DTE. I'll just let the bot close it out. Core weave pumping, hood pumping. MU starting to bounce. Every one of these little pushes through all-time highs and then immediate reverses, doesn't it feel like every single time it does that, it's the start of a crash? But yet, it just bounces right back up a day or two later. I mean, it really looks like a head fake, new all-time high, and then reverse to lows. Okay, this is it. Okay, the party's over. Nope, right back up. This market is unbelievably resilient.
I was watching somebody on one of the business channels today talk about Tesla, and they said they were predicting Tesla to 10,000 eventually.
That's just a headline grab.
Charles Payne goes, 10,000? He's like, well, yeah, like in the next 10 years. I'm like, oh, okay. He was making comments like, with stuff that Tesla has coming out, like Uber and Lyft will be gone.
Humanoid robots. Are they talking about that?
Yeah, I think that. And there's a couple other things. I wasn't paying too much attention to it, but a couple things he said just caught my attention.
It's kind of like Peter Schiff. It's been talking about gold going to 5,000 for 20 years. Now it's finally almost there. He's like, see, I told you. Okay, just 20 years early. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and Bitcoin's going to zero.
I don't know if we talked about this in the live stream or not, but last week I was hearing that Walmart soon will have something out where you can pay at Walmart with Bitcoin.
I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, I think that's what Circle is all about. Not necessarily Bitcoin, but being able to pay with stable coins. I think that's what Circle is trying to really streamline. All right, SPX up to 33.
Yep. I'm going to close my last multi-tranche out at 65% profit.
My one DTE is up 17%.
Nice return there for premium used.
S&P is still below the expected move for the day, and the VIX is almost to lows of day. Ticked above 17 for about 10 minutes. I guess a couple times. All right, looks like another one of my call side BICs is going to get hit here. If we go above 35. Got about a minute and a half. MOC.
One minute until the market on close imbalance.
$35 butterfly. It's trading for about $1.75. I'm going to work a 35 here.
Ten seconds.
Order partially filled.
Market on close imbalance.
Order
S&P
filled.
500 buy side 3.2 billion. Nasdaq 100 buy side 1.9 billion. Dow 30 buy side 944 million. Mag 7 buy side 1.1 billion.
3.2 billy buy side. $35 butterfly is not filled yet. It's going to be close. Yeah, a little run up into the number again. I definitely like trading the Mahomes. If I can get filled here before it moves.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get filled on the 35s.
You did get filled?
No, I'm going to try.
So Feds Bowman has now started speaking. Just a reminder, the video is on the feed.
work a 30 as well. Who wants to take me first? $35 is closer. Should be getting filled. There we go. Filled on the 35.
Yep.
Because it's kind of a game time decision whether I want to enter it sometimes, and it's not really hard to enter. And then I used to just do it manually because I would lock it with the vertical, which I haven't been doing anymore. But yeah, I just don't really see the value of the bot. Plus, I did a whole analysis for like 3 months, and the bot usually filled about. The bot was always later in filling than a manual order. Almost always. All right, Patrick Mahomes, I need you here. Need you to move. You had a big buy number. Let's see what you got. My 1 DTE should be closing in 1 minute. Oh, discount, they start slow. They start getting excited when the playoffs get a little closer. Chris Jones lost us that game. That wasn't Mahomes' fault. Oh, Lawrence. What's his name? What's the Jags quarterback? Trevor Lawrence. Oh, Trevor's on the ground? Oh, I'm just going to sit here and watch him walk across the goal line. All right, my 1 DTE closed for 20%. I mean, this thing's pretty stuck around 35, getting down in the 33s now. Four minutes to go. Did you have something you'd like to talk about, discount? Is there something specific that you had to say? 34. Oh man, poor Tyreek. That Tyreek leg break, that was, that'll make your hair stand up on the back of your neck when you see something like that.
Yeah. Dislocated knee.
Oh, is his knee? I never saw the result.
Yeah,
okay.
Dislocated knee.
Yeah.
No, really, the ligament damage is the best part of that. I mean, you dislocate your knee, you got veins and arteries running down through your leg. That's what really gets you.
SPX, come on down. 31s. Let's go for
He should have never left. Should have never left KC.
That's right. That's what he gets.
I mean, he left for a couple more million per year. That was it.
All right, into the 30s. Here we go. Got a shot. 2 minutes to go. Don't bounce.
Oh, so close to locking.
No bouncy bounce. All flushy flush. That's what we're looking for. Just a little bit. It's 2 points. Looks like my multi-tranche trades are looking to be a little bit green. 800, about 400 or 500 in the green. Below 32 is a win. Below 30 is a max. A little over a minute. Hanging below 31. Here comes a bounce. 30 seconds.
If I get 3 pins in 3 days in a row on Mahomes, I'm done.
You've had 3 pins in a row?
If today pins, it'd be 3 in a row.
Ooh, back up to 33. 8 seconds.
Not good.
Oh no.
Pin time.
No. Oh,
Order
that
cancelled.
was ugly close.
Order
3
cancelled.
pins in a row.
67, 35, 13. Looks like the final. Oh, they're looks so good 30 seconds ago. All right, all. That is a wrap for the day. Everybody have a good night. Talk to you soon.